Welcome to Wildcat Football 1990, brought to you by WCET-TV, Cable Channel 23. The Jenison Wildcats versus the Grandville Bulldogs.
If the kids aren't up for this, then they're not going to get up for any ball game.
Here comes the Jenison Wildcats right now, all excited, all fired up.
You'd have to look at them as the big brother of the OK Red.
There's a lot of excitement between these two teams. It's a healthy rivalry.
We're an up-and-coming team, and we really have something to prove, whereas they've proved it year in, year out in recent history.
Jenison back to receive.
Manning deep on his 5-yard line. Goes up the middle.
Oh, he's got a wide open. Now it's the kicker. Can he get by him? He does get by him. He's going to go all the way. What a start for Jenison. Wishbone hands it off to the second man through, and he pops through, and he's looking for some running room, and he does. He's going to go all the way. Number 21, Ray Mendez, puts it in the end zone for Grandville. Turns, quarterback is stopped for no. He hands the ball off. Number 44. Excellent handoff. Takes the ball, can't quite ride it. He does. He pulls it back, and he's got a man wide open. And Moss is off to the races. Can he make it? And he does.
Hands off, and Nate Lertzema has plenty of room. Lertzema has room. Lertzema has the carry, and he breaks into open field, and he could be gone. At the 20, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Nate Lertzema. Touchdown, Nate Lertzema. Touchdown, Nate Lertzema.
He breaks it! And he's got it! He's down to the 8-yard line! Fantastic run with 51 seconds to go!
Doyle is off to the end zone. Touchdown, Grandville Bulldogs.
Man front for the Rams, and he bucks the football, picks it up. Let's see if he can get it. He's got a man open. He throws it deep. Can he get it there? Yes, it's going to score. He touches. Touchdown! Number 80 for the Wildcats scores! Unbelievable!
Unbelievable play. See this on replay.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Larry Treat with Coach Roger Glenn, and we're coming to you high above the Grandville's field here, Grandville, Jenison. It's October 22nd, 7:30, Roger, and that means high school football.
Oh, yes, it does, Larry. High school football Friday night, a nice blistering, almost November Friday night, and fall is here with a vengeance.
Temperature ranging down near 40 degrees at this point. As it's come down, we got a little wind out of the north, and Jenison comes into Grandville 7-1. Grandville 2-7, looking 2-5, looking to make something happen here tonight. Roger talking with a couple of the coaches before. Of course, we did the JV and freshman games last night. Freshmen losing a heartbreaker, but the JV's coming back and putting it to the Grandville JV, but a great effort by the Grandville junior varsity. They've got some promising players coming up.
Yeah, I'd say that both games last night were very entertaining. Granville's got a strong freshman team. Jenison gave them a good run, and Granville won that game, and then it was kind of the roles reversed in the JV game. But again, both squads, both teams have up-and-coming players that things look bright for the future.
Well, both squads ready to go. Jenison deep to receive, Austin Amato, and kicking off for the Grandville is number 3.
That's Andrew Martzki. Andrew Martzki looks like a soccer-style kicker, got a short approach to the ball. Everything's happening real quick here. I think they want to get this game going. It's you spoke a little breeze out of the north.
More than just a little, but ready to rock and roll here as the referee.
Hurricane Bulldog is blowing in.
Referee checking it out, getting ready to go here. Everyone getting in position. Looks like we're going to get off right on time, 7:30 on Friday night.
Jenison looks like they're moving over towards the left side of the field for some reason, as though they think he's going to kick a low one.
Austin Amato takes the ball for Jenison, straight ahead, up across the 30 to about the 34-yard line. Well, Jenison will take over, 1st and 10.
Jenison's had some success as of late. They're healthy again, back with their full backfield back healthy after a few weeks of people being down and hurt. And I read an article this week in the Advance that Coach Sigler wrote down about how hard his kids were playing, even though the season, the playoffs look pretty dim. Kids are still out there playing really hard, and he's really happy about that.
Well, it's good to have Mitch Harriman back. Of course, that adds a new dimension. C.J. Hooper, and then, of course, Austin Amato adds just another dimension. Austin Amato, the ball carrier, breaks a tackle, picks up about 9.
Excellent run. He was stopped in the backfield that time, broke away, little stop and go. He's not a very big back, but he's got a lot of moves. He makes a lot of moves side to side. Very quick feet.
That brings up second and about 2. Ball just resting on about the 43-yard line.
Right. That was a fake that time to Harriman in the middle that drew everybody inside, and then Amanto on the outside.
Kevin Fales, number 84, split left. CJ keeps it. He's sacked.
And he is sacked down. A real good play that time by number 48.
Well, it's one of those middle linebackers, Roger, Mike Zoko, and he comes shooting through and drops Hooper for a big loss.
But I don't know if Hooper that time was going to run the ball or throw the ball. It was kind of hard to tell. He tucked the ball. It could have been just because he was in trouble. It was kind of hard to tell. He did have a man out on a pattern, though.
He did, but he bellied back quite a bit there and ate some distance there, and it brings up 3rd and long. Clay Bundy splits out to the right, and Kevin Fales to the left. Mitch Harriman on the wing here.
Right, we're looking at a 43 defense here.
There's a ride, C.J. Hooper. No, it's...
yeah, gave it to Harriman that time in the middle for about 6 yards or so, depending on the spot, more like about 5. Harriman's he's a weapon. He's a big boy on the inside. Now we got a wholesale change here. It's 4th down. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
That's why there's a wholesale change. Grandville better hustle off. Jenison's
like
ready to punt quick.
Brad Winans gets it away for the Wildcats. Ball hits.
It's a free ball now. There we go. That was number 36 for Grandville back there to receive.
Matt Palazzolo, one of the running backs, back there, and the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at about their 30-yard line.
Right about on the 30. The ball you're going to find tonight, the ball's going to be real hard to handle on kickoffs and punts. Punts especially, that wind's going to play some tricks with that ball in the air, and you really have to be awful sure in making a catch on a night like tonight.
Well, running out of the eye is Grandville.
Jenison in their 52 defense. Looks like the linebackers are up tight.
Straight ahead, running right by the play, but getting a good penetration there. Meets right at the line. Boheis, the linebacker.
It's number 9.
And
that is Rick Boheis made a good read there.
37 also, John Dykema, another one of the linebackers, doing a nice job.
Jenison's, I think, defensive philosophy is the front people occupy people, and the linebackers then are free to make a lot of tackles. That's been Jenison's philosophy for a number of years defensively. Free up those backers and let them make all the main tackles.
2nd and about 9 for Grandville.
Little motion outside. It's going to be an option, and they have that pretty well read.
Nothing there as Landstra comes up along with Boheis to stop that.
Right, the quarterback that time, the Grandville quarterback didn't read hard enough on the end that time. He made his pitch a little too quick, and the kids were able to break off and go right to the pitch back that time.
Well, that brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and long, and Grandville does have the wind at their back now. So that should be a slight advantage in the first quarter in the punting game and in the passing game. They're setting the strong side to the short side of the field this time with their slot.
Dropping back to pass.
Nice. And he's got the ball, and the 1st down. They're awful close to the 1st down.
It's like 38 being Ryan Heath coming from the wideout position.
Right, he just curled up on the inside right about at the 40. As you will see, Grandville's offensive line gave excellent protection that time. He steps right up in the pocket and fires a bullet right down there.
Landstra there defensively for Jenison, but not before they pick up a 1st down.
All right, this Kyle Finch, he's a good-looking quarterback. Stepped up real nice. Grandville's going to go for it on, well, no, they did give him a 1st down. I'm sorry, they had 4th down marker up there.
Clay Bundy over there defensively. Not before they pick up 3 or 4, though.
All right, they got 3 or 4 on an off tackle there. I do believe that was, what, number 9 running the ball that time? Jeremy Vanderveen.
Yep.
5'11", 150 pounds.
How we coming with that offense, Z, there? The defense, if we can just... yeah, number, well, we don't have number 9 listed there on as running back, but looks like he's got trying to go straight ahead there, but not much going. Okay.
Got 3rd down and probably about 3. Grandville seems to be contented attacking this center, getting outside on occasion.
Well, brings up 3rd and about 4. Granville has the ball at about the 46-yard line.
And I think you can throw the records away tonight, too. I mean, even though the records are kind of in reverse, when you have a hometown rivalry like this, the kids are going to come out and play very, very, very hard.
Straight ahead, but not much there. Picks up maybe a yard. Scott Pierce there.
Yeah, good stuff that time by number 9. Boheis stuffed the hole and bounced it out to number 2. And that would be
Pierce.
Scott Pierce, right. Came up and we're looking at a 4th down here and punt teams come on. Jenison's got to get their receive team in, which they're hustling out right now.
Kyle Finch, the punter for Grandville, number 8.
Their quarterback also.
Deep to receive, number 10 for Jenison, Austin Amato. Snap gets off.
Good protection. Nice low kick in the wind with it. It's going to be a runner too. Amato dances out at about the 18, I would think, right about maybe 20. Was on the short side of the field that time. It was a good kick. It was a end-over-end kick, which when it hits the ground really rolls good.
There's one thing about Austin Amato. I'm just amazed at his ability to move laterally when he gets in the air. But most of the time when you see a player leave his feet, he loses his power and he loses his base. But Austin Amato is just amazing, and you're right, he kind of dances along the lines there.
He's a dancer, yeah.
Oh,
he has been, even when he had him in junior high, he was an excellent athlete. He could do a lot of things quite well. He's really a good athlete. Got a spread formation here.
Pitch to Austin Amato and pick up about 4 or 5.
That was a nice option play run by Jenison and defensed well by Grandville that time. Can't pick up the number 8 again. Number 8, which is their quarterback. Kyle Finch made the hit on that one.
Okay. Alrighty.
Got him playing both ways. I think if that's 8 or is that number 9 out there, I cannot tell. Grandville again running their 43. They're bringing their backers.
Okay.
This one goes to Harriman up the middle for just a couple. I think they're definitely, the linebackers are reading on Harriman.
Well, you have to watch Mitchell. Mitchell's definitely a threat, and if you don't shut that down, they'll just run that all night.
Yeah, and he's kind of been running on flat tires all year long. He's finally, I think, talked to Coach Anise last night and he's getting his wheels back slowly but surely. Got some sore ankles, and they're getting better and better each week.
3rd and 3 on Jenison's second possession here with 5:05 left in the first quarter. C.J. Hooper on a little trap, and not much there. Nothing there.
Not that he reverse pivoted out, faked it, and tried to come off on the almost like a quarterback backside trap, and Grandville was there to stuff it. Number 57 for Grandville would be Ryan Roberts.
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
Yep, coming from the D-line position. Brad Winans gets the boot away.
There we go. Yep, Palazzola let that one go for Grandville. Again, Jenison kicking into the wind. Nothing's going to be up in the air. Might be a good idea for the Grandville people to move up a few yards, considering, again, the very, very gusty winds they're playing in. Grandville's winning the possession battle. Jenison's been kind of tucked back in the 20 and inside, and Grandville's had some pretty good field position, again, due to the wind in the kicking game.
Well, Jenison's had 2 possessions. This is Grandville's second possession here with 4:34. running out of the eye.
Yep, putting strength up towards the short side of the field again, and they come off tackle to the wide side.
Linebackers there to make the stick, Scotty Pierce and
number 9, Boheis is in there, and
Dykema.
number 52 for Jenison also.
Smoes, maybe?
Ryan Smoes at the bottom of the pile.
Yep.
Jenison's got a defense that doesn't feature a lot of large fellas, but a lot of very quick and athletic young men.
Linebackers being Boheis and looks like Dykema, 9 and 37.
Yeah, and Harem on the outside. Now he's reversing his field.
Oh, Scotty Pierce.
Scott Pierce again held on well until he got a little bit of help there from number 12 and number 58.
Clay Bundy.
Clay Bundy and Eric DeBote. Jenison, I noticed, flows very hard to the ball. They're very, very quick to the ball, so Grandville will probably try to run a lot of misdirection plays, a lot of cutback plays. That's how you really try to operate against a team that pursues so quickly. And again, like I said, Jenison doesn't have the big fellows up front there. They are very, very quick.
Kurt Sturek, the ball carrier that last play, and boy, he got corralled there pretty good by Scotty Pierce.
All right, the hole closed very quick. It looked like there was going to be a big hole. There's your trap right there. 58 got tackled.
No call.
No call. It was a nice hit and then kind of a release and tackle.
Looks like he turns the corner and picks up the first down, so Grandville moving the chains.
Right, and that was, what, number 38 for Grandville. Their running back, their 36 might have been Palazzolo. I'm not sure if that was 36 or 38.
Yeah.
It's hard to read their numbers there. They got their shirts tucked in so deep.
Well,
I
with
can't quite pick that 8
it's
or
hard
9
to do
up.
it. 2:59 left here in the first quarter. Grandville, their second possession, moving the ball. Burek, the ball. Oh, he gets big hit in there. Like one of the linebackers, I think that was Boheis.
Yep, number 9, Boheis stuck pretty good, and that was who, number 33 running the ball
That's
that
Burek.
time. That's Burek. Okay,
Yep.
Kurt Burek,
Yep.
5'7", 155, senior.
Remember him from Cub football, Roger, and he was in the Cat and Dog Bowl. He was vicious.
4 years ago,
Yes.
it had to be.
Nice runner. His dad was involved with the system over there in Grandville, and we had a great game over at Jenison. 2nd and about 8. First man through.
He gains about 2 or 3 yards. Grandville's a little slow coming off the ball that time. They kind of looked like they went in 2 waves that time. I think there was a little miscommunication on the snap count.
Alrighty. Todd, if you're up here, you want to go out and check the focus lens.
We've got, 3rd and 5 at about the 42-yard line. Grandville is moving the ball. We're winding down in the first quarter here.
Grandville back to pass and sack.
Real
Scott.
nice
No,
play.
it's Mitch Harriman.
Number 30, yeah, he ran right
Mitch
through that
Harriman.
time. The block, they tried to cut him, and he ran through that. One thing I've noticed here is that both teams run the quick punt team in off the sidelines, all ready to go, trying to catch the other team not prepared. It's kind of something new to me.
Austin Amato again back to deep to receive for Jenison with 1:16. No score here in the first. If you're just joining us, Grandville Jenison High School football, October 22nd, excuse me.
Nice punt. A lot of air. He's got no help there. He's going to have to break that first line. And he does not. Real nice run down that time by number 9, Jeremy Vanderveen.
Well, he's a quick little son of a gun there.
Yeah, he caught him on the corner
did.
there, and that was very important because if Austin would have gotten around that corner, he had all his blockers on the picket line down beyond. Again, Jenison starts deep in their own territory at about the 18-yard line. This has been a field position game so far, and the wind has benefited Grandville to start.
Well, we've got an official timeout.
I think, yeah, we've either got equipment or the chains over there weren't just regulated right. Everybody ready to go, and Grandville's putting up a 43 defense. Now the referee on Jenison's side is kind of running around. Looks like he's doing a little chain work, and I think he's got things organized.
Like he got her.
And we are ready to go.
Well, the linebackers on defense, number 45 Behrens and 48 Zoki.
We're back at a 52 now.
14 Hooper on the carry.
They fumbled the ball. I think it was a fumble the way they're waving. I did not see the ball fall out.
It comes out, and Grandville takes over on Jenison's 22-yard line as they shook the ball loose.
Big turnover right there. Big turnover. Okay, he's kind of holding that ball up front a little bit. Stands up, takes a real good shot from someone, which I didn't get the number, and that must have been when the ball kicked right out.
Well, big break for Grandville here. Just 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Jenison's defense going to have to step up here.
Jenison's defense is slowly but surely creeping up, getting a little closer line of scrimmage with each play.
Well, Scotty Pierce defensively shoots across.
Right. Number 2 that time, Scott Pierce, just penetrated and took number 33 right out of the play.
Well, that's Kurt Feyrich again, and boy, he's gotten a lot of reps here tonight.
Well, yeah, he's getting a lot of runs. He's really, really quick. He's only about 155 pounds, though. That's why that grab that time took him down. Not big, but very, very quick. That's a real slow developing play on that deep end of the offset eye. He seemed to sit back. It's almost like a line. Gary Sanders to get it to him deep and let him pick.
Well, the JV and the freshman both ran that play last night. The first one was effective, and they scored on it. But after that, Jenison shut it down pretty good.
That's a quarterback keeper all the way. He wasn't looking to throw.
Lanstra knocks him out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Lanstra came up quick, gave up his man in coverage, and saw that bootleg. That was just a naked bootleg off to the side. They had some receivers out, but it surely didn't look like he was intending to do any passing. That ball was under his arm immediately, and he was going.
Well, Kyle Finch can pass.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking with Steve Ungry before the game, and he threw a touchdown pass in every game last year that they played. So he can throw. He says he's got a cannon.
Well, I watched him during warm-ups, and he was throwing the ball real well, and he was hitting his men, and it looked like he had an excellent arm. But that time, I think that was a design run all the way. I mean, it really didn't look like he eyeballed any receivers at all. He took that right away and took right out. And again, it was a good play by number 16 for Jenison.
That's Lanstra.
That's Lanstra. He said he broke off his man. He was in coverage and broke off when he saw the ball tucked and came up and made the hit. Again, Jenison impresses me with their quickness on defense. They're very, very quick.
Well, if you're just joining us, this is high school football, Grandville versus Jenison. We're here at Grandville, high up in the booth, overlooking the new mall here, overlooking the stadium. And Jenison's got a nice crowd on their side. Grandville, the crowd still kind of streaming in here. They're trying to stay out of the wind.
Yeah, it's wind. It's a little rainy down there. I think maybe sprinkling a little bit, although I don't see. There's some raincoats out there. Even the new mall looks a little busy. It must be open for business now all the way.
Oh, definitely. The Kohl's opened here a few weeks back, and they are very busy. Well, Grandville takes over on the 20 with third and about 8.
Got that offset eye to the wide side with a slot.
Back
a lot of
pass.
room. He's going, and that was a really good play that time by number 79.
Well, that's Kyle Ross.
Kyle Ross broke right through and made a big hit on the quarterback just as he was about to release, and that kind of killed the pass a little bit, knocked it down. Now we have 4th down, and I don't know if we're going to see a field goal attempt here. Again, they just picked the wrong 1 minute there. In fact, 4 seconds on the other side.
Andrew Martsky out of the hold of number 1, Matt Skaczynski.
It's going to be tough against the wind here. We got some gusty wind.
Gets it up, a high snap. He gets it down. It's going to be wide to the right.
Wide and short.
And Jenison holds. And with 11:50 here left in the second quarter, Jenison will take over on about the 20-yard line. Well, Roger, it has been an interesting season, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And the fun part's just starting. It starts next week with the expanded playoff program that they've put into the state now. A lot more teams involved. involved. You know, they've doubled the number, which makes a lot of schools real happy because a lot of schools now have an opportunity to get into the playoffs that before probably would have never had the opportunity.
Well, Harriman in the backfield and C.J. Hooper out over the ball. The give is to
counter play. Dawkins. One man to beat, number 30 that time for Grandville. Made a very, very good play, and that's Sean May. Saved a touchdown that time. That was a counter action play.
Sean, the corner there on defense, Roger, and without that tackle, you're right, Mr. Aaron Dawkins would
he's off to the races.
Be in the parking lot. He picked up about 8.
That was the first time we've seen really a counter against the grain type play where they fake one way and come back the other way. Got a heavy set to one side and to Harriman.
No, actually it's a Hooper. He hangs on and gets a fake to...
good fake.
Yep. Picks up, I think he picked up the first down. Moved the chains.
Yep, they're moving the sticks. That time I had Harriman. In fact, I watched him go down on one knee. I thought
that was it, didn't
you? Thought he had it. Fake out the announcers. That's pretty good.
Well, that's pretty easy these days.
I guess it is.
Yes, sir. Well, 1st and 10 on their own 30.
Grandville or Jenison runs a real spread formation, hard to defend with all the people on the outside, which really opens up the inside. Got to have all those defensive backs scattered all over the field, and you break that initial line of scrimmage, and you're gone. Harriman that time for about 5 yards up the middle.
Tackle made there by number 45, the middle linebacker Behrens. Up front, Ryan Wertman, number 69, and Don Taylor, number 70. Josh Tweese, number 50, 65 on the ends there. Brent Rummelt and Darrell Bird, I believe, is the...
number 95 just came in also, and he's way back in our
Austin Amato.
He is going to go.
Austin Amato. Austin Amato.
Yep, down to the 10, and he is
touchdown, Jenison.
You could see that when he turned the corner. He had the angle on the two defenders coming, and he just out-clicked them.
Well, with 10:08, Austin Amato turns the corner.
The replay was on a pitch, and now you can see where he just takes that proper angle, and he's just able to outrun all the Grandville defenders right along the sideline. Excellent run that time.
Very good run. Quick pitch there, and Brad Winans will try and add the extra point out of the hands of C.J. Hooper. Ball's up. And it's good.
It looks good.
So Jenison scores first, 7-0 here in the second quarter, 10:08 left.
Again, Jenison's speed that time paid off. Amanto able to turn the corner, find the lane, and again outrun the defenders to the corner of the end zone. Time now, Grandville to regroup a little bit. Coach is down talking to the kids, getting them all prepared for the kickoff.
You know, it's interesting, both of these coaches, Eric Ziegler III and Tony Anise, both their fathers were in coaching, and I'm sure that obviously that had a big impact on them to go into coaching. But you know, nowadays it's tough. The jobs, especially in Class A, AA schools, it's a big, big job. I know Tony spends a lot of time breaking down tape. There's just a lot to it, and it's a big job.
That's always been that way. I don't care what level you coach. You know, you could be in Class B or Class C. It's become a job now where there's a lot of technical work, a lot of films to break down, a lot of teams to look at. And, you know, I mean, it's really just beginning with the playoffs coming and the options in the playoffs this year. There's just so many different options. And all the little tricks that they pick up from the colleges and the pros that they've added to high school football nowadays, and just a lot of things to do.
Brad Winans kicking off for the Wildcats. Ball is bobbled by
a little bit.
I believe, number 9.
Number 9, that is correct. And number 61 for Jenison on the tackle, Zavitz, Richard Zavitz the third.
Well, their field position isn't the best, just over the 20, almost to the 24-yard line as Grandville takes over.
Right, the wind is really playing a role tonight. I think every time the team on our right, this kick goes high, Not real deep, but there's a lot of hang time so that the coverage can be reasonably good. And the drop, too, also slowed him down a little bit, and Jenison converged very quickly.
Right straight ahead.
Like fullback right up the middle that time.
They have gained a yard or so.
Number 81 on the tackle. And number 42 on the carry there. That would be David Rocos.
Oh, let's see here. What do we got here? 42, was it?
Yep. David Rocos.
Rocos, that's right. Full back, and boy, there's a lot of running back by
Well, they're
using
a lot of different people. Can offset eyes to this side with a slot.
Back to pass. Oh, just through the hands of number 40, Brandon Buford.
Right, he was there that time. The ball just kind of floated away a little bit in that wind. Again, the wind is very strong. If you look at the flag, which we can see from up here, it's a whipping around, and even the little tails on the crossbars are sticking straight out. So the wind is really gusting, and it's a gusty looking wind too, not a steady wind.
Well, it brings up third and about long 7 or 8 here for Grandville. They spread out a little bit, man in the slot.
Grandville would really like to get a first down here to get the ball moved down a little bit, because punting into this one's going to be not very easy.
Finch back to pass.
And no catch. Yep, no catch. A real good out pattern that time. Run to number, what is that, 34? Running off here right towards us, 34 or 36. Again, that jersey's folded under, I can't see it.
Probably Matt Palazzolo, or is it an 8? It's really hard to tell, isn't it? Ryan Heath, I think it's Ryan Heath.
All right, we'll
the
say
intended
that.
receiver, as he does play at wide out, number 38, and unable to hang on to it there. He would have been really close. And
yeah, he ran a stick pattern that time right at the sticks. It was a good pass, throwing where it had to be to the outside, so only he could catch it. Laid that up easy.
Bundy calls for the fair catch right at the 48-yard line, and they'll take over.
Looked kind of strange. Looked like 10 waved the fair catch and 12 caught it.
Yeah.
Which is, by rule, an illegal fair catch.
Actually, I did see Clay signal.
I saw 10's hand up waving too.
Ya?
Yeah.
Clay kind of snuck in there. He didn't want it to bounce, and you were talking about that last night.
Right.
You need to stop that ball from bouncing and save about 10 yards.
Especially in windy conditions. That's just what you don't want to give them, because the advantage is definitely with the team that's playing with the wind at their back. And you can see now Jenison's field position there at the 50-yard line when Grandville starting inside the 20. So it's a field position game in the wind. Bad angle that time.
Open is Aaron Dawkins, wide open.
Yeah, he just laid up near. He'll catch it. Yep.
But I don't know. We got a flag on the play.
Yes, we do.
We got a flag that was thrown right away, Roger.
Yeah, I think it would be an illegal procedure against the offense.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah, there was a little motion. Now that time the Grandville defender came in and took a little bad angle. Hooper just laid one up, threw it as far and high as he could, and Dawkins was able to.
I don't know what that is. Never seen such a.
I didn't see the signal.
Both hands up like this. Here it is. Illegal participation.
Yep. That's that 12-man in a huddle thing.
Well, we saw that again.
12 in the huddle.
We saw that last night.
You got to break the huddle with 11, not with 12. Yeah, a substitute can't go into the huddle and then one man break out.
Gee, look at this.
No, this is more than that.
15-yard walk-off against the Wildcats.
What could that have been?
So he's going to give us a signal here.
15 yards?
They might have had 12 people in the play. In other words, they had 12 people actually in the play.
Wow. That is big. Well, now Jenison starts in the 35-yard line. C.J. Hooper.
Yeah, he stumbled right out of that one. Reverse pivot, fake to Harriman, and just never got his feet back underneath him that time. He was stumbling all the way out. Now that's a big turnaround from a 50-yard touchdown pass.
Well, up front for the Wildcats on center, we got number 50 Griffin, number 77 at right guard Sneathen, and number 52 at right tackle Smoes. 79, Kyle Ross, and 72, the guard, James Skinner. Bales is the wideout. And Hooper and Harima and Amato are the danger men.
Dawkins is making that time. They're going to have a little throwback there. Oh, he's way over his
really
head.
threw that one right.
Yeah, he sidearmed that one, just kind of slingshotted it up a little high. You can see that right out of the hand. It was going to sail. He's got to remember, too, he's got that stiff breeze in his back, so he's got to also play that.
Well, that one really took off, Roger.
Oh, yeah. He kind of slinged that one sidearm. Didn't come over the top at all.
Well, with 8:09 here left in the first half, Jenison third in about 30.
At least.
Based on a illegal participation penalty that was 15 yards. And
got a double slot on each side, one back, so they're really, really spreading it. You probably run right up the middle. Yep.
Which he did to Harima, and nothing going. Josh Barron's there.
That's a good
Make
safe call. Good safe call when you have 30 yards to go. I mean, as a coach for a number of years, I never had a play in my playbook that was a 30-yard play.
Really?
No, there was some that could get it that time. When you're on the side trying to think of one and the other team knows it, it really scratches out a lot of plays.
Brad Winans on the quick kick.
Uh-oh, now here's where it could.
Oh!
No, that time he touched the ball, so that's absolutely perfectly okay.
Boy, did Winans take a hit, but
that happens when that ball's fumbled like that and he starts to move it all. He's a free man and you can take him, and he did. You can see there with that drop, all of a sudden that made him free, plus he touches the ball a little bit, so it's there is no roughing the kicker on that play.
Well, give Brad Winans credit. He was able to stand in there and get the darn thing off. That was big.
He got probably, almost about a 30-yard kick out of that, so that's not too bad, all things considered. Now, he did have the wind, too. And, I mean, the wind, if he could have laid it up, he probably could have smacked one way down there.
Get the oxygen tank for Mr. Winans there. I see him standing up with her. It's like nothing happened.
Probably doesn't really know where he is either.
Oh, broken play.
Definitely.
Finch trying to turn the corner, but got over there by 81.
Number 81 is Bursley, Ryan Bursley, coming back from an injury according to coach, and he's playing linebacker. That definitely looked like a broken play. He turned to fake to someone, and the backs were going the opposite direction. So the quarterback, as usual, gets stuck with the ball. And
sounds like you understand that play, Roger.
Yeah. Got to do what you can do.
That's why Z-Man, we were always linemen. We never got in any trouble.
That's when you go back to the huddle and have a nice long talk with your backs.
33, Myrick, the ball carrier.
There's a fumble. I think there's a fumble.
Squirting out, but
no gain on the play.
Don't see a lot of pointing and waving, though.
Nope. Bring up third down.
Third down, and they lost a couple on that. It's about 3rd and 12 now, 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Up front for Jenison, 61 Zabit, 76 Olszewski, Scotty Pierce on one end, and Ryan Smoes on the other end. Bolheis inside with Dykema.
That's John Olszewski.
John Olszewski.
Know his father well.
Do you really?
Oh, yes, one of my umpires in the summer softball.
Oh, my gosh. Grandville with 3rd and long. It's going to go to the air. Nice pass, but Landstra with
nice
good
catch,
coverage.
40, and a nice coverage by 16. That was a nice play by both sides.
Brandon Buford.
Brandon Buford made a nice catch on the outside on that quick out. Good pass, good coverage.
Going to bring up 4th down.
Again, punt receivers for Jenison shouldn't get very deep because kicking into this wind, it isn't going to go anywhere.
Well, we'll see what Clay Bundy and Amato do here.
Again, you don't want it to get on the turf, and he's kicking it right into the turf.
Kicks it low, but Amato picks it up.
Take what you can get, that's it. Good smart play right there. Just take it out of bounds, stop the ball from rolling, get it back as quick as far as you can.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 30.
Austin's a good thinker out there. You know, he knows what to do when he's got the ball. He doesn't make the foolish move, the foolish play. Takes what's there and is happy with it.
Well, 1st and 10 from the Jenison zone 30 as they take over. Just about 5:25 left in the first half. 7-0, Jenison leading. And kind of back and forth on the defenses here.
Linebacker, everybody coming for Grandville.
Aaron Dawkins trying to turn the corner. Picks up a block over there and run out at about the 38-yard line,
Yeah,
Roger.
got about 8 yards that time. He made a nice inside-out move. Austin Amato again used his head. He had a block and he decided not to make it. If he would have done that, it would have been a clip. So he kind of backed off and saved himself a few yards back because the referee was watching him. You got Bundy and Fail split.
Yep,
one on
84 and 12. Clay Bundy, Mr. Cool himself.
The double wing here. We're going to throw a quick one.
Slant in to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy up over the 50 down to about the 40-yard line.
Right, that's been open pretty much all night. They're single covering both wideouts and they're not really dropping any linebackers. They have to keep the linebackers up for Harriman, so that kind of a play should really be open all night long.
You see Clay Bundy catching her on the run in stride as Hooper and Mr. Bundy connect and bring the ball down inside the 45 down to about the 41-yard line.
Again, you can see where that, again, they're in that 43 dropping off with inside-out coverage.
There's Hooper.
There's your pitch. Nice move.
I tell you, that kid is something else. Oh, the ball.
Ball went out of bounds.
Popped out.
Ball went out of bounds. No, there was possession for Jenison. Still Jenison's ball.
Yep.
He's really got some quick feet.
He does.
He just kind of hops back and forth. He kind of reminds me of that number 20 there a little bit with his ability to kind of make people completely miss.
Well, number 70 for Grandville, Don Taylor, when that ball pops out, it's picked up on one of the sidelines there by one of the Granville players. And
well, he make a good hit. Someone down there from Granville reaches
picks
in
it up and he says, "Hey, we got it."
Yeah, trouble was he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
There you go. There's a fade pattern.
Ryan fails. No, number 80.
Yeah. Ryan turned a little bit too early that time, got himself out of position. He's got to run a little bit more straight and just kind of glance and get a head turn. He turned his body and lost his stride.
Actually, that was Greg Newsom, number 80 for Grandville, trying to make the move there. And again, the wind may have played a little factor there.
Well, the wind put a little tail in that ball.
C.J. Hooper.
Number 30 for Grandville defending that out there, Sean May.
Yep, he's had a good game. He's playing corner.
Yeah, he's all by himself out there. That's a lonely position out there.
Now he's on Kevin Fales.
Got a little inside blitz coming here out of the 4. Middle backer coming.
Short.
They run right to the right spot. And, that time number 48 for Grandville, which is their inside backer.
Zoko.
Mike Zoko, yeah, they played that one real tough. Was able to bust in, but they were able to get the handoff to Harriman just before that, and that moves the sticks again.
Well, Josh Behrens and Matt Zoko at that linebacker position have played a darn good game inside so far. They've shut down Harriman fairly well.
Yeah, Harriman hasn't gotten any of the big gains that they would normally expect from him. But in doing so, Grandville is really packing the inside, and they're kind of a little vulnerable to the outside.
It's the pitch to Aaron Dawkins. Mitch Harriman, the block out there down inside the 20 is Mitch Harriman delivers a nice block out there.
That's a lead option play with a fullback leading out, and I don't think I'd like to be out there with Harriman bearing down on me as a cornerback.
No.
Having to make some quick decisions. He's kind of a load when he gets around that corner. Another first down, or at least a measurement, I think. We're right about at the 20 or the noses. Right back, and I think Grandville called a timeout. Trying to get themselves organized. They don't want to go down 14 right prior to half here. Jenison is moving the ball.
3:35 left here in the second. And there's Sigler got the troops over there talking to him. And Tony Anise also.
Well, he's going to have to talk to him. And they're stopping the middle now. They're packing the middle up pretty good, stopping Harriman, but that's leaving outside kind of vulnerable.
Roger, a shot of the Grandville cheerleaders. And boy, are they dressed up tonight, huh?
Wrapped in cellophane tonight, eh?
Yes, this is Grandville, Roger. They can do that.
Yes, they're for warmth and for rain protection tonight.
Jenison's high school principal is right here behind us, and he says cellophane is okay in Grandville.
This sounds like that TV 13 when they have all the cheerleaders in there at night. we go.
There they are, the Grandville cheerleaders, ladies and gentlemen.
So just like what I was on Channel 13, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have all the cheerleaders screaming in the
there.
background of the announcers.
It's the Larry, Gary, and Roger show with the cheerleaders. Well, it's a second down. They got to get out there. Austin Amato following.
Austin will move to the outside now.
Ross. Oh,
just a trip there. Really, really nice play again. I can't see the number.
Looks like 36, Roger. Is
Palazzolo.
Yeah, what a nice play.
Very, very nice. Tucked inside out, and Amato has had eyes for the end zone that time in his move. He is really a scat back. I mean, he's a true example of a scat back.
He really is.
Very, very quick in changing direction.
Makes some nice moves, and
but he's not big. He's not going to run over anybody. But I'll tell you what, he can make you look bad grabbing air.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And again, same thing to the other side.
Dawkins picking up a block from number 72, but Dawkins not able to turn the corner.
He should have that time just cut right straight up. He made the outside move and then really, really helped the defense that time because they had good pursuit. 72 turned the corner for Jenison. Again, another
Kyle Ross, I think.
Pretty big load. No, 72 is Skinner. James Skinner turned the corner that time and led outside.
James Skinner, boy, he's a load, isn't he, coming from that
Well, you'll
tackle?
notice Jenison now. Jenison's really set up now for the slant to this side. Bunday should be wide open right there. Yeah, they were looking for it.
Oh, almost picked off by Josh Behrens.
If he would have stood up and threw that slant right away, he had him. He waited too long, and the free safety kind of faded over and read his eyes. But he had that open. He had a good 10-yard gap there right off the snap. You could see that coming right there. Right off if he'd have thrown it right there, but he hesitated, and then that brought the free safety over. And then the middle linebacker was able to read him and slide over and pick it.
Behrens in the middle linebacker spot, but you're right. It was open.
Oh, yeah, he had him on the first few steps.
Third down, C.J. Hooper.
Should be a penalty in the old days. There you go.
He's always real happy when he pulls that one off. Yeah.
I didn't know if they changed the rules since I coached, but the encroachment usually was encroachment. It looked like he jumped twice.
Yeah. That's a play he learned from his dad. It's time to eat. It's time to eat. And they don't serve anything, and he makes him jump. But
first one to the table.
Really, that's it. He had a lot of brothers. Who do you have? Matt, Brad.
There was yeah. I would have hated to have been Mama.
Yeah. Well, she's around
cooking for the boys.
We've seen her.
Yeah, it had to be quite a meal time.
Yeah. Third and.
Now I'll tell you what, Bunday would be wise to make a little inside-outside move because they really run that slant. Now they're going to use him. Fake. And there he is, 27 in the corner of the end zone.
Aaron Dawkins, touchdown.
Yep, they motioned away that time to clear the defender, and then brought the backside slot man all the way across, or backside wing back all the way across.
Yeah,
you could see there, he faked it there, and then you could see Dawkins sneaking over in the back. He was wide open. He was behind everybody. No one saw him. Coming from the backside.
Aaron Dawkins. And the U.S. Postal Service scores again. That's great. Aaron Dawkins having a great year.
Dawkins is only I think Dawkins and Amato both are juniors, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got some time, I believe. Brad Winans.
Nice little side wind kick.
Dawkins junior and Austin Amato a junior. So
I think they're juniors. Yeah,
we'll see them again.
Bunday is a junior too, I would bet.
Yep. Yeah. Mr. Cool, Bunday.
Yeah. Remember those boys in basketball. Back Harriman's a senior. Finally, I sure all the teams in the OK Red say. Finally.
There you go. Well, Mitch Harriman became Uncle Mitch a couple of weeks ago. Mighty proud. His sister Renee had Zachary. And Mitchell's pretty excited about that, as is John and Pat Harriman of Grandville. You know, they sold their house up by the golf course there.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. John
I know there was a Harriman last night for Grandville. We spoke his name a few times in one of the games.
But John told me no relation.
No relation.
Now that John sold his house to the golf course, I think John doesn't lay much tile anymore. I think when you sell to the golf course, things are big, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it must be.
The Glen Eagle.
They're gonna name a hole after him, the Harriman hole.
I don't know.
Fairway.
They could do that. Could do that. John would appreciate that.
Ball kind of blowing off the tee there, kind of slowing things down a little bit.
Well, 2:26 left here in the first half as Jenison has scored twice. Once by a run by Amato and a pass to our good friend Aaron Dawkins, making it 14-0 as Brad Winans.
Nice kick into the wind. That's going to be into the end zone on a fly and out the backside. No flag, so we'll bring her out to the 20 and start from there. Now Grandville's got to be careful. If they try to get too greedy here, they could get themselves down another one. So they've got to still be a bit on the conservative side, going into the wind from the 20-yard line with 2.5 to go.
Yep, they got to be careful not to put this one on the carpet here.
No, and they don't want to go 3 and out real quick either and give Jenison another opportunity in this wind. And the wind a lot. When you get at this time of the year, the elements play a big role in how you prepare for your game plan and the type of things that you want to do.
Up front for Grandville at center, we got Zach Carr, and 63 is Kristiniak, 79 is Justin Scott. At tight end, we got Justin Post, and they're back on offense again.
Number 50 that time for Jenison came from the backside. That's Nathan Griffin. Chased him down, brought him down from the backside. Good penetration that time by number 50.
Well, Griff, the center, out there playing a little defense.
I saw him there. I'm sure that was him. There he is, back at nose guard. Looks like he still likes to be over that ball. We have number 52 out there for Jenison.
Smoes and
61.
Straight ahead. Fyrick.
Number 2 again, Pierce on the tackle. That was number, I may have missed that. It may have been number 60 last time. Right.
Donnie, the Oakland Raider Cross.
Yeah, I guess shouldn't mix up that.
Yeah, Donnie Cross, ladies and gentlemen.
Donnie Cross will come and find me at my house.
Yeah. You don't want to mess with Donnie Cross.
I know Donnie.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry, Donnie. I just mixed your number up there.
Yeah.
We said your name enough now, so you should be happy.
That's right. There's some people that just love this game, and Donnie Cross is one of them.
So we have 3rd down and about 3, and we have a timeout on the field. A big play here. Grandville does not want to punt the ball back to Jenison right away with a minute and something to go with the wind at their back.
Well, big implications for Jenison, although they're already in the playoffs, but looks like we've got a home field advantage for our first game. That's the word.
Well, with 1 loss, I think 0-1 will probably almost guarantee a home field position. But again, I talked to Coach Tony Anise last night, and he said that when they divide it up now, and it's hard to tell what class or division he's going to be in, whether it be the AA or single A division, depending on how many teams qualify. So you really don't know until Sunday. And it's on, I think, Fox Sports. They're going to do all of it right on their live. So he said that if you watch that, you're going to know exactly the same time he does.
Yep, 6 o'clock. You'll know.
All the pairings and all the matchups. Grandville trying to get it over the middle. Now Jenison should call a timeout.
Looks like they do.
Yeah, they did right away because they will get the ball back. Grandville will be forced to punt. Just absolutely nowhere to go that time for number 33. Fyrick again, not able to use his speed and quickness. They're just really plugging up the middle.
Speaking of our friends from TV 13, there they are down on the sidelines now, shooting some film. And boy, they sure have expanded this high school football stuff on Friday night, haven't they?
Wow, on 13-8, and even if you watch the Kalamazoo station, Channel 3, they do a huge job at covering all kinds of games and good film, and it's become a big thing, very big.
WCET, Channel 50 today, and probably Channel 25 next week, but stand by because our station manager, he'll let you know. That's Alan Dodds, isn't that right, Alan?
That's
right. Yeah. Oh, Nickelodeon's taking our spot?
No, we're taking Nickelodeon's spot.
All right, is that right, 25?
There's a kick, kind of knuckler, and somebody Bundy takes
Mr.
a big
Cool,
chance.
down to the 30.
Hey.
Clay Bundy.
You know, on a play like that, as a coach, you pull your hair out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a gutsy play, but a nice play, and it paid off. And it really got them back. And I guess he stepped out a lot earlier than we saw back there at about the 38-yard line. But he's running towards the sideline too, and if he boots it, chances are he's going to boot it right out of bounds. So.
Well, with 1:25 left with the wind, we may see a little air show here.
Yeah, well, I would think that Tony will really widen it up. And again, you may see Harriman pop right up the middle. This is the kind of set where you can do something like that. And I don't know what their timeouts are. Yep, there he is.
There's Tehirima right up the middle for about
amazing.
2 or 3.
How we think alike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Double slot, run the man up the middle. Now, they should have called 2 or 3 plays on the sideline, which they did.
110 and ticking.
Now you're going to see him air it a little bit out here. And I got a feeling it's going to be probably to the tight end backside. He should be wide open.
C.J. Hooper.
He pops through and he.
C.J. Hooper staying with his blocks, trying to get out of bounds down to the.
They're going to call that ball down. Yep, ball down. There's a flag on the play.
I don't see it on the far side.
Yep.
Right over in front of Coach Tony Anise.
Okay, yeah, Hooper just pulls it down, takes it offside or against the grain there.
Like the call is against Grandville and probably will decline that. Wave the flag off. That's 2 in 2 days, Roger.
Wow.
They says it never happened.
Wow.
You're never going to say that again. That'll be a tough day when they do that.
Must be an eclipse or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a full moon, Roger.
Full moon, something's happening.
Yeah.
2 referees and 2 nights picked up flags.
Well, 51 seconds, 10 yards to go. The clock's ticking.
And the clock's got to start ticking, so Hooper's got to get things organized here and get things rolling. Should be able to throw a fade to that far side up on the top up there. It's going to option it.
Aaron Dawkins.
Yeah, Grandville played that really well. If Hooper had no one to attack, he should have gotten inside quick. They're going to have to. They're using their last timeout. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what they did that time, too, by running the option to that far side or top side away from us is open up this right corner now for some fades and for some inside-out patterns.
Always thinking ahead you are, Roger.
You try to position yourself. And, I mean, if you were looking for a field goal, you would have laid it down in the middle, too. So.
Well, it's second down in 31 seconds, so they've got a couple of positions, a little real estate to make up here, but
he could throw a couple of balls. If they're out of timeouts, the thing you have to do now is throw it into the end zone or throw it towards the sideline. Leave yourself that option for a field goal in a couple downs. You don't want to put it in the middle of the field and put yourself out of time. They still can get a first down inside of the 2, and that's another plan to think about because the clock in high school does stop on a first down.
Well, the other thing, Roger, is they could take 3 shots to the end zone.
Nah.
Not going to happen. You're going to say it's not going to happen.
No, you got a kicker there. I'll put some points on the board. If you go, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Tony may want to go for it all, but he's got a nice kicker there. And
he does.
If nothing else, it's good practice for the next few weeks when a field goal might win you a position in the playoffs.
Nice shot of the crowd here at Grandville. A few umbrellas out. It's not raining quite as much as it was earlier, but
got Bunday out here, and on the wing got Dawkins. And Amato pitching. Now Amato will throw this ball.
He's going to throw it.
Right to Bunday. He's got a little bit of a trouble. He might cut back. There's a hole right in the middle.
Look at him. Down to the 5-yard line.
That's
down
just
to
the
21
worst
seconds.
thing that could have happened right there, because unless they can get themselves organized extremely quickly.
They got time.
Now you're thinking field goal.
If he spikes it, he's got 4th down. What if we get a play? He's going to spike it, and it's got to go to the field goal. Interesting. Brad Winans coming in.
And this is a good time, and this is, like I said, I mean, you're looking at obviously the league championship, and this game's important too, but you're thinking about the next few weeks too, and here's a good opportunity to give him a good game chance with a few seconds to go in a quarter to kick a field goal.
Well, Brad Winans has been pretty steady, but we've got a little bit of wind, Roger. I think it's blowing.
But it's at his back.
Left to right, looks like, according to the flags.
Just a little hook shot, just a little play like your golf shot there.
All
just bend it in.
Get it up there, Bradley.
There you go.
I think he's got her.
Right through the 2s.
It's good.
Yep.
And Jenison takes a 17-0 lead with 5 ticks left.
Right, and that's good points to put on the board right before the end. Grandville will feel good about just stopping him outside with not getting the touchdown, and Jenison will feel good about getting that field goal.
Here we see Brad Winans and C.J. Hooper, the holder, getting ready to boot this field goal. Nice shot there from our camera people.
Yep, good snap back, right on, and
yeah, look at that.
Split
right
the
down
uprights,
the middle.
right down the chute, boy.
Good work by the camera people. Who do we have down there? Because that's Alan Dodds himself, isn't it? It is Alan Dodds.
There
wow.
you go. Hey, we're in the window too here. He's got us on there too.
How you doing, Alan Dodds? That's great.
Can't get any better than that, I'll tell you what. That's like being right on old Fox Sports on Sunday, catching that field goal. Hanson kicking that tomato right through there.
Speaking of Fox Sports, did you see Ray Bentley up there with us last night on the other end of the booth?
I did.
Doing helping the freshmen. He's got a son Richie playing there.
Yeah. He does some professional announcing.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
He's into it big time and just loves that stuff.
Runs a football camp in the summertime
loves
out here in this particular area and brings in some of the professional players.
He loves Grandville, brings them in for the kids. Boots are low, it's picked up.
There, somebody came in. A nice run that time back, and that basically did it. Number 61 for Jenison. Mr. Zavitz again. Mr. Special Teams, you betcha.
Richard Zavitz III makes the final tackle of the first half. And with the first half ending here, Jenison 17, Grandville 0. I'm Larry Treese along with Coach Roger Blanton and the Z-Man helping out with some spotting and some stats here. We appreciate it very much. TV 50 today, maybe 25 tomorrow, but we thank you. We're going to be taking a short pause here at halftime. Alan Dodds will take it away.
Page number 10 for the football. You look on page 10, Jim Blazer's signature. On page 10 on head picture. Whoever has the program with Jim Blazer's signature on page 10, you'll get the Rampage football. Bring those up to the press box. We'll present you with your prize.
You will hear band performance from the Grandville Marching Band, the Grandville Junior Varsity Marching Band, and the Grandville 8th grade combined band.
Allen, there's no pitcher.
Now there is.
Are we at? Allen Dodds puts us on early. Well, Roger, we were talking with our good friend Jim Norton, and Austin Amato is chalked up 99 yards for Jenison already.
That's correct, and he gave me the splits, and they've got 6 carries for Austin, and 6 carries for Hooper, and 5 carries for Dawkins, and 6 carries for Harriman. So I'd say that's splitting it up pretty good.
Very, very evenly. And
the Grandville band was excellent at halftime. The Grandville band plus added extras I saw out there. It looked like a cast of 1,000 out there.
It was big, wasn't it,
Yes,
Roger?
it was. It could have been an alumni or a parent band or something involved along with the regular band, but it was all junior high and high school together.
Everybody was there.
That's good. The junior high kids, being a junior high teacher, they like to come out on a Friday night like this and participate in a high school event. It's a big thing for them. Plus, it helps at the gate because all their parents come to watch them.
Big gate here tonight. Even with bad weather, we've got a good crowd here in Grandville, Roger. And
oh, yeah. You know, this high stance that we're at here, high up in the press box where you can see the kind of see out in the landscape a little bit on the horizon with the mall there now and all the buildings. Grandville itself, the city of Grandville is really growing.
I wasn't too out of breath, but I sure felt my quad muscles by the time I lifted my legs that many times. But yeah, I only came up once, Alan. That's all that did it for me. So
these are stadium steers, a lot of steers. Now Jenison's going to have to copy a stadium this big, okay?
Well,
Superintendent Dressler was up here a minute ago. I'm sure he'd like to hear that.
Yeah, he was dressed for the occasion too, wasn't he?
He was. They look like a duck hunter.
Yep.
Coming out of the blind there. Well, we're down to 42 seconds. The teams had their 3 minutes of warm-up, but on a cold night like tonight, you need that warm-up. Looks like everybody's ready to go. I've commented many times last night and tonight, the silver helmets of Grandville, I like them a lot.
Really like them.
Like them a lot.
Even when you get up close, they're even
like
nicer. They're very sparkly. Really
like them.
Look nice.
I do like them.
I want to thank our friends here from Grandville up in the press box for their hospitality, Roger. They've done a nice job in welcoming us up here and taking good care of us. And
it's a beautiful facility they have.
Absolutely.
There. Beautiful facility. The track looking real sharp. Field looking really, really good. A lot of room in the stands. A lot of open area around the field, too.
There's TV13's cameraman, I think, down along the sidelines there, is wearing number 17. I don't know why he's wearing that, but...
Well, we've got to congratulate those guys tonight. They've got the tough job tonight out in that blistery wind, and it's just, it's a good night for football. Every night's a good night for football, but other than that, it's a little nippy out there.
You guys got to go sit down.
I want to thank my friends from Grandville, Cheryl and Paul Ondarko, for the nice arrangement of Grandville flowers they sent to my office today, saying, "Go Dogs." Go Dogs. So Cheryl and Paul, thank you very much, and special hi to Abby. She's JV cheerleader, and our good friend Jared, who is on his way to becoming a multi-millionaire, working at Mountain Jacks, making mountains of money, stacking the dishes, but he's learned the value of work.
There you go.
Z-Man says that's important.
That is extremely important. Now back to football.
Yes.
With Jenison kicking off here with the wind at their back. Nice low little kick that kind of takes an outside run.
Picked up by number 30 from Grandville. Tackle made by number 32, Roger.
Sean May had the ball that time, ran it up the middle. Number 32 is Hofstra. Nathan Hofstra brings him down for Jenison.
And Grandville takes over.
About the 23-yard line coming out. And we'll see if Grandville made any adjustments on their offense at halftime here. Were they playing with 12 guys?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that was the problem on the penalty. We
Back
just
to
gotta
pass.
Now he is wide open.
Oh,
Austin
Amato bobbles the ball.
Monto that time was kind of playing in a ghost position that time, waited for the ball to go up and snuck inside. And again, the wind that time held that ball up and made it, kind of made it a soft pass.
Brandon Beaufort there for Grandville, the intended receiver, but Austin Amato.
Right, he looked wide open.
Yeah, he did.
Austin was just kind of sitting on his shoulder there, waiting for that ball to go up. And again, the wind, I think, held it up a little bit.
Brings up second down.
Austin, I think, has got a few interceptions this year and a couple of touchdowns.
It's amazing at some of the matchups he's got, Roger. I remember in the Hudsonville game, he was giving up, seemed like 2 feet, but not a problem.
Well, with his quickness again, there he goes breaking on the ball again. That ball's outside. Austin uses his quickness real well as a running back and as a defensive back, too.
Intended receiver again was number 40, Brandon Beaufort.
Beaufort seems to be a favorite target at Grandville. They like to go to his side a lot.
Ball kind of fluttered as it got up in the wind there. And
again, it's tough throwing right nose into the wind, and it's coming pretty much right straight down the field, maybe with just a slight angle. But again, that flag is really, really, really ripping down there, so it's got to be very windy down there.
Well, we got Donnie Cross back in at nose. Smoes and Pierce at the ends. Yeah, boy, they've committed to the pass game here. And 40 again.
Buford. Yeah, he's going for him all the time.
Had 2 other receivers, actually 4 other receivers, Roger. 38, 33, and 42 were out.
Right, they had some people in the pattern. Only one of where Buford was. There wasn't anybody under him, but they had some people in the other areas.
Right.
So they were running out. Buford's got to be tired. He had 3 of them that time throwing at him. And that last one there, if that ball would have floated just a little more, just outside of his fingertips. Again, for a quarterback, that's hard to guess the velocity of how hard to throw it into the wind. This ball should just sit right up in the air and die.
Clay Bundy.
That's what the short man's for, to catch those short punts and get down as fast as he can.
Well, Kyle Finch, I don't know if you've noticed his kicking style, Roger, but tends to like punch it with his foot almost.
Right.
Doesn't extend.
Well, I don't think he wants anything up in the air right now, and the punch is to try to keep it low, I think, into that wind. And even when he was kicking with the wind, he was punching it, trying to keep it away from Austin Amando and trying to get some kind of a roller. I really don't think he wants to kick one up in the air so they can set up a big return.
No, absolutely not.
Again, we've got the field spread out with a double slot. And again, you'll probably go right up the middle.
Mitch Harriman.
There you go.
Mitchell Harriman knocks
there
one
goes,
over.
Punishing runner
Mitch Harriman runs 2 over and down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line is Mitch Harriman. I believe that's his longest run this evening.
I do think so. I think someone told him he's only got a couple of runs left before he's resting a while, so he's going to really go for it here.
Yeah. You think that's it, huh?
I think he ran a little possessed that time. Either that or they told him that Austin had 99 yards and he only had about 20, and he was going to try to even it up.
Well, Josh Barron's catching the call, the defensive call for Grandville. Looks like they're in their, their 40.
Yeah, they're in the 43 again, trying to key on Harriman. I'm going to probably go right back to the well again.
No, C.J. Hooper trying to turn the corner. C.J. Hooper down inside the 10. Number 9 there defensively for Grandville. Jeremy Vanderveen runs them out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
And number 28 also made a good defensive play, Darrell Bird, to the outside. It's hard to defense Jenison. They have so many offensive weapons up the middle. They've got Harriman to the outside. They've got Amanto and Hooper and Dawkins, and got a lot of weapons to deal with. And they do like to spread out that defense too.
I'll see our good friends from Jenison, Sherry, and
comes your counter play to Amanto, and he's going to takes the outside, and again another good hit that time by number 36 for Grandville. Palazzolo. Now it'll be first down on the 6-yard line. First down and goal to goal.
Got a play
you
on
can
it.
see on that counter play there that time, Austin makes an inside-outside move and is brought down. Again, a good counter play that time.
No, Sherry is though. Stand up so she can see you. They're up on the level there.
They go inside that time. Going inside that time to Harriman up the middle for just 1 or 2 yards.
She's right below me.
Second down and 4 to go. Jenison looking to extend their lead to 24 here.
Just walking up on the rafter.
Then Jenison to Harriman, and Harriman in the end zone for the touchdown, right up the middle. Very, very good drive by Jenison that time. Took the kickoff, marched it right down for the touchdown. 23-0.
Well, Mitchell Harriman didn't waste any time on that one, Roger.
No, he was able, he pounded it up the middle, had a nice long run there to start it off, and then pounded a couple up the middle. And again, with that inside-outside game Jenison's got, it's defensively, it's a guessing game. You can stop one, but you can't stop it all.
Brad Winans just gets it away.
That's amazing, that thing got off. They had 3 people all over. Had to go under an arm and over a leg. And
I thought number 28 from Grandville, Darrell Bird, actually got kicked.
They had 3 guys right there.
Yeah.
I can't believe it went through. Those sidewinders kind of kick it from the side. It's hard to tell where it's going sometimes. In the old days, they had those straight-on kickers, so you knew exactly where it was going to fly out.
Well, 9:46 left as Jenison in the third quarter has taken a 24-0 lead. And
right, that was just a good offensive show that time. A good set by Jenison, a good offensive set. They were able to march it down real efficiently and real clean.
Well, Roger again starts with good field position, and Grandville unable to move the ball deep in their own zone.
Right.
They get the kick. Clay Bundy catches the ball at about the 40-yard line, and that really shortens up the field.
Well, it does, and the wind, like I
position.
said, elements at this time of the year, elements, rain, snow, wind, they play a big part of how you've got to think about your game plan. And basically, Grandville took the ball, and so Jenison was able to take it in and really tuck them down in here to almost put the game kind of in the reach category here pretty soon.
Well, I think it forces Grandville to try and do some things that really just aren't there for
Well,
them.
it aren't there because of the wind again.
Right.
You're just not going to be able to throw the ball up efficiently into that kind of wind, and when you're down 20-some points, it's kind of what you're thinking you have to do. And Grandville's inside game, running game hasn't been working too well, so they've been forced to go to the air.
Kicking off again for Jenison, Brad Winans. It's a nice boot away.
Oh, you had a foot in the end zone?
Yeah, but they didn't call it. Stop just before he gets to the 20.
Real nice run out there, yep, real nice run. Got a little shoving and pushing, and that'll end real quick.
Yeah.
Good run out that time. What was that, number 9 that brought that one out of there?
Looked like Jeremy Vanderveen again. And
yep.
That puts Grandville inside their own 20, first and 10 with 9:39 left to go here in the third quarter.
Again, as you were talking about it before, a game of field position, and right now Grandville just putting their back to the wall inside the 20 twice on their starting spot. Okay, number 32 went outside that time. Got a little bit of running room outside.
Kurt Feirick trying to move the ball there, Roger, and he picks up a couple.
Yep, they kind of double pull. They had 2 people pulled out and cleared the corner that time, and they tried to tuck him behind and see if they can scat him out of there.
Trying to run behind their right tackle over there, number 79, Justin Scott, and the right guard, Kristiniak, but he was able to pick up about 3.
We've got for Jenison now number 81 in defense, Ryan Bursley, one of the linebackers, and Bo Heiss, the other one. Again, up the middle, and nothing's going very good up the middle for Grandville.
Well, Jenison very disciplined, Roger, on defense. They read their keys very, very carefully, and
well, they're
very
so quick
disciplined.
too. Yeah, they're very, very quick, and it looks like they're putting in their third down people. Harriman comes in.
Clay Bundy
comes in.
Aaron
Pierce
Dawkins.
comes in. Dawkins comes in.
Yep.
So they have their passing defense out there right now at 3rd and 5 or 6 for Grandville.
Buford's been the...
He's kind of the go-to guy.
Yeah, let's see if they go to him, and he looks like they're going to go 39's the man, 38.
Yep, 38.
First down.
Wide open there on a hook pattern up the middle. Really nice throw that time.
38 being Ryan Heath.
Ryan Heath and Kyle Finch that time burned one right in there. He pulled up real nice, stepped up into the pocket, and hit that open man on the curl.
Well, that's real important. You're deep into this third quarter. If we're going 8-12 and still ticking, they've got to move the ball.
Right, they've got to get some kind of momentum going, and the way to get that is to pick up a couple first downs and take that field position away, even if they have to punt. Okay, right up the middle that time, got a jersey, and he was able to pull out of that one pretty well. Number 45 for Grandville.
Josh Behrens, I believe.
Josh Behrens, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just, somebody reached out and grabbed a jersey and was able to pull about 4 yards out of that one. Down at the, the 44-yard line, but some of the best field position they've had to this point in the second half. They're able to move the ball a little bit now. There's a pitch to the outside, and again, Jenison with their swarming defense really swarmed through that. He tried to cut that back immediately and almost popped out.
Almost. Dykema, the linebacker, there to stop that one, but starts out left and then comes back to the right.
That's a deep pitch where the back really can read his hole, and with the way Jenison pursues so quickly, it's a good cutback play if you can get it. If you can make that quick cutback and catch them flowing hard to the outside, you can make a big gain out of that.
Left side of that Grandville line, number 73, Ryan Baker, and number 60, Kevin Scott. Oh, there
that's a hold.
had a hold.
That's a tackle,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much out in the open that time. That was a takedown for 2 points.
Well, it's a spot foul, and it's going to be, actually they're calling it a clip, Raj.
They're calling that a clip.
Yeah.
You could have 6 of one, half dozen the other. That was a hold or a clip.
Yep.
You'd like the hold. That's, I think, a little less yards. Jenison, I don't know where the progress was. They have a choice here, 4th down and 3 or 4, but they'll probably, with a big penalty like a clip, take them back.
Now, last week he took the penalty, and then the next play they scored.
Well, this is a wind penalty, you might call it, a position penalty, because if they stop them now, that 15 yards will really add up on the punt. Where if they punt it from there, that would it would be a big change. Now they're 3rd and what?
25 maybe?
About 25,
yeah. 3rd and 25. Z-Man's got to play. Yeah. Quick punt.
Quick kick.
Sorry, Z-Man.
Who used to do that? Quick kick all the time. Kentwood or somebody used to do that. had that in their plays, and they used to pop that ball out of there. West Ottawa had it too.
All right, 3rd and 25 for Grandville in the third
now
quarter.
You almost have to run it, because if you go back
Vierick.
and throw it, again, the pursuit going to the outside, and I think we might have a face mask there. Might get him there 15 yards back.
Kurt Feirick, the ball carrier, and picked up a few. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul, face mask.
I don't know if that's automatic or not.
I'm going to guess that it is not. The sticks, they're starting to move, but I don't...
It'll definitely be 15 yards, and I guess it's not automatic. Sometimes personal fouls are automatic first down.
Still going to be 3rd and about 8 for Grandville.
So that kind of just takes away that 15-yarder from before, evens things out. Puts them right back in the same position they were just about 2 plays ago.
Well, 6:02 and ticking as Grandville having to make it work here. Kyle Finch, the quarterback, back to pass.
Steps up nice, hits it over the middle. Oh, and he had him there. The ball did. The ball just tailed away a little bit. Again, that had to be a win thing.
That's Ryan Heath, number 38, was the intended receiver, and he had a hand on it, Rod.
Oh, yeah, he was open. He ran a nice little a post pattern up the middle there, and he was open. Again, I think that was where the wind just simply knocked the ball down. It just kind of died a little bit on him there. Again, it is tough throwing into this kind of wind, and the wind has not slackened off much.
Kyle Finch.
There's a see that wind just knock that ball down.
See, I just don't think he really gets much. Can we take a replay on that punt? I just don't think he really gets his leg into it. Right?
Well, I don't think he's really trying to put it very high in the air. He's trying to pooch punt more or less, but you can see by the way the ball's really dancing in the air. It's almost like a knuckleball.
We got a replay on that, Alan?
Yeah, yeah, he kicks it right in the teeth of the wind, and I think that it's a dying quail sort of kick, and there's not much you can do about it.
Here we go. We'll see if we can get a look at it, but I don't think he gets a lot of extension.
Well, no, he's trying to place it a little bit. So he's trying to pooch it a little bit, yeah, but then again, the wind just knocks it down.
It definitely stays low, but he just doesn't get much power.
Not a lot of explosion through the ball.
Well, the Wildcats take over 1st and 10. C.J. Hooper, the pitch outside.
Back to the other side. Austin runs through a couple tackles, breaks to the outside, and gets it down to the 45-yard line.
Well, again, it's just hard to stop everybody, and it's Mitchell, it's C.J., and then it's Austin Amato. And
well, you've got size, you've got strength, and you've got speed, and toss in the idea that you can still throw the ball. I mean, as a defensive coordinator, it's got to be a nightmare. I mean, how do you stop 4 or 5 different weapons all in the same offense? That's really hard to do.
Definitely a nightmare.
Well, you got, like I said, he can throw the ball. He's got good receivers. He's got 2 scat backs and a horse. There's your counter play right there to Dawkins. I mean, it's a kind of offense where you can stop them, and all of a sudden the big play will just throw you right on your back, because each one of these guys, including Herma, the big pony, he can go for a breakaway too at any time. So a very explosive offense that Jenison has right now.
I don't know what you're thinking about, Alan.
California.
It's not even dark yet, right, Alan?
Not cold either. We got a double slide out with a single back again that made for Herma play. Quarterback
C.J. Hooper.
There was a clip in the back there.
C.J. Hooper trying to run the edge there. Jeremy Vanderveen runs him out of bounds.
Number 9 again. Now you've got another tool is you got Hooper back there that can also run. I mean, he take the Herma that time with a double wing, or with the double slots outside. He had the whole defense spread out, and they had to respect Herma's fake, and that opens up your quarterback on a bootleg. See how everybody steps up to stop Herma, and then the outside corners are open, and now you've got two blockers already set out there with single coverage. See, they're forcing the defense to spread out in the middle. And if Herma does pop it, he's just going to run right through people.
Oh,
And
he
lost the
fumbled
ball.
it. I think Jenison.
Nobody's got it right now. I can't tell who.
No. If Mitchell tried to swing his arm, you can see it. We'll catch it on the replay.
Right.
But,
Tried to reach out for the end zone, trying to get it in there. You can see there he runs through
effort.
people and then he reaches out, and the ball flips out of his hand before it hits the ground. That's a good call. Grandville recovers it. They get the ball on the 20-yard line. So he was reaching for it, and the ball flipped out in the air as he was making his reach. Something the coaches will talk to about playoff time. Just put it down on the one and wait till your next time, and you get it. You can't really tear into a kid for an effort like that, though. I mean, that's just a good, strong effort trying to get it in the end zone.
Well, Kyle Finch brings Grandville Bulldogs out again. 4:32 left here in the third.
They're running trips to this side here. Trips outside. Should be a passing formation. And he's getting a lot of rush.
Smoes, Ryan Smoes rides him down.
Number 52 that time. For Jenison, is that Smoes?
I believe so.
Yes, it is. And
Ryan
he takes him right down.
Smoes.
Yep. Again, with the trips outside, it puts a lot of receivers to one side where they flood a zone, but that does lessen your protection because you got no backs back there to help you.
Kyle Finch running for his life as there was nobody open. And
coverage was good. Now they're keeping a couple of backs back there back in their offside eye.
Brings up second and about 15.
To the fullback, number 42. Barons, I do believe.
Dave Rokas, I think, was the ball carrier that time, 42.
Rokas, you're right.
Dave Rokas.
Listening to our radio man down there.
Yeah, WFUR, our good friend Doug Wentworth doing the game down there.
We got about, what, 3.5 to go in the third period?
Yep.
Game's kind of settled in a little bit here. Jenison worked their way down, fumbled at the end zone. Grandville kind of going in the wrong direction.
Yep, it's third down, and so far they've lost about 2 yards on this series, but they're got a big sack there. That hurt them, and Finch back to pass.
And it's a tip.
Tip by Aaron Dawkins.
Number 27 tipped the old tip drill, and everybody was running for it, both Bundy and Amanto running for it. Again, they're trying to throw more towards the middle of the field now, if you notice. Granville's trying to hook up in the middle, giving up the idea of those outside patterns.
Well, Beauford's been there in the middle. He's picked up a couple there, and but not able to move the ball, and they'll have to punt back into the wind here.
It should give Jenison super field position.
Again. Snap back to Kyle Finch. There gets a little more leg into it, but you're right, the wind
it just knocks it down, and Austin's real smart to just let that one go. Yeah, the ball, it just knuckles out that one. It's got to be just severe down there as far as the strength of it. Nothing goes up in the air and stays long. It just almost ducks right down into the ground.
Well, Jenison goes back on offense. Our offensive line again there, 50 Griffin as the center, 77 Sneathen the guard, 52 Ryan Smoes the right tackle, the left tackle, 72
right.
is I think that's Skinner, and 79 Kyle Ross.
Right, they still have everybody in here on the backfield, Monto,
79
Dawkins.
Ross is the right tackle.
Correct.
Back to pass, Hooper's almost dropped for a loss, breaks a couple tackles, nice block by Aaron.
Somebody's behind, Amanto's behind.
Oh, Aaron Amato, Austin Amato.
He made the one mistake he made. He took a little glance at the end zone before he caught the pass to see if anybody was coming. His head turned just at the last second, looking at the end zone, and he dropped the ball. You can see a real good move by Hooper to get out of trouble. Gets a nice block there, and
72.
is able to wind up and just crank her down the field. And Monto was kind of looking at the green pastures of the end zone before he caught the ball.
Good block by James Skinner on that play to keep.
Right, a peel back that time.
Yeah.
Now they're opening the center of the field again. Hooper again can take it off tackle. Good play that time by someone, and I'll get his number, big fella.
Big 70.
Number 70 for Grandville, and he's on page 2 here.
Yep.
Don Taylor.
Don Taylor.
12th grade, 240 pound, 6'2" tackle.
240 plus, Roger.
240 plus, I'd say, yeah.
He looks 240 from here, so he's got to be 250 down there, don't you think, Z-Man?
Well, they weigh him in August, so
Yeah.
They've had time to add a few.
Well, look at this end here. There's just nothing.
Well, they're trying to make all
43.
kinds of coverage outside, and they've got a 43 with their linebackers running, which should leave some people really open.
Nice
really
play.
nice play. Good catch, good hit by number 30 for Grandville. Came up really nice from the back. That's Sean May.
Yep, he's a nice stick. And
very, very nice. Single man coverage they've got on these double wides here in this double slot.
It'll be close to a first down for Jenison with 1:41 left.
Well, it looks a lot closer. It looks almost close enough to measure, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they're not going to do it. And what's your call here? Number 30?
I would say that that's pretty well in the bank. Either that or the quarterback will take it himself, but I'd give it
Mitch
to the pony,
Harriman right ahead, first down.
I somehow don't see how you could stop Harriman for less than 1. Unless he tripped or slipped, yeah. Now he's hurt himself. I think I'd like to see him get up. Ankle again.
Well, it looks like he slipped.
Yeah, but that's not good. Not that we play the playoffs, you don't want one of your top running backs who's had ankle problems in the past to come up again with a sore wheel. Hopefully he just slightly turned it, get a little ice on that, and I think we've seen the last of Harriman tonight.
Mitch Harriman.
I'm sure Coach Anise is going, why didn't I stop at the play before?
Yeah.
Who do we have at fullback now? Dykema?
26 is the man.
Look at that. Number 26 for Jenison, the new fullback, is Michael Ayers.
Yep, haven't seen Michael before.
11th grade, 5'10", 185.
Nice job. Picked up about 8 or 9 yards there, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a real nice hole to run through, ran it straight. Now's his chance to show what he can do. There's a counter to Amato, jumps up and over.
Yeah.
He's just a tough kid.
Yeah, he
Gets
loves
his first
jumping.
down, 21 at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10 for Jenison. Again, they run that wing counter, that wing reverse, as you might call it.
The old Kentwood play.
Yeah, we don't quite, or Jenison doesn't quite run it like Kentwood does, because they ran it from the far wing and cut it up on the inside.
Yeah.
We run it more to the outside. Now here you've got your double slot, your spread formation, your single back. Again, that opens things really up in the middle where the quarterback now can keep it on the boot.
C.J. Hooper.
Just going to run right through people.
Hooper, touchdown.
Yep.
Touchdown. Number 14, C.J., not to be called Chris Hooper.
Yeah, there you fake to the inside and the quarterback just keeps going. It draws the defense in. You've got the wide spreads on the outside and he just kind of runs right through the tunnel there, right through the cracks, and is able to walk that one in the end zone.
Well, with that, you begin to see some of the crowd on the Grandville start to move a little bit as we run down to 11 seconds left here in the third quarter, and 30-0, and Brad Winan is going to make her 31. Puts it up, and it is good.
Looks like it is good, and I see over there Harriman kind of limping a little bit, but walking around, which is a good sign. People should be over there icing him up and taking his shoe off. And
they ought to be packing him away for next week is what they ought to be doing.
I think that's got to be in their plan somewhere.
Bring in the truck and take him away.
I'd ice him up pretty good, make sure it didn't swell up very good at this point in time, although it may not be as severe as we think. Got a few cameramen coming in here to thaw out a little bit.
Yeah, Mr. DeVries is in here, but if you're just joining us, TV 50, soon to be TV 25. We're bringing you sports. I'm Larry Treese along with Coach Roger Blandman, Z-Man at the stats and spotter and the official shotgun here tonight. He's got the tag on. He's visited the buffet with us, and all is well.
All is well is well.
Z-Man and I will be taking off for Marquette, Michigan following this game.
Bright and early tomorrow. You're going to leave tonight.
We're going to leave and put a couple hours underneath tonight.
All right.
Here. Because it's quite a little run up there.
Well, you could get up to Gaylord or Grayling or something tonight in that particular area. Stop and
catch a few Z's with a Z-Man.
And have a little nice breakfast tomorrow, a little warm up, catch the weather.
There you go. Grand Valley playing Northern tomorrow, and they need another victory. Well, don't start any rumors now, Alan.
Oh, we got a little fumble down there at the end line. That should bring the Jenison defense up. Oh,
Jeremy
saving tackle.
Vanderveen.
Number 7. Number 7 for Jenison there.
You know who it is.
That is Corey Johnson.
Did a nice job.
Saved one. A lot of times when you fumble a ball like that as a receiver, the coverage runs by you, and that's what happened. The wall was all set, and he was able to pop the first line and almost made it all the way.
He sure had a full head of steam, Raj,
Yes,
as
he
he
did.
came upfield, but
Takes a special kind of kid to run back kickoffs, because
We've
you know
had a few.
everybody's coming at you full blast, and I mean, there's some of the best hits you'll ever see in football are on those kickoff teams.
well, running from the eye yet. Grandville.
They're pulling outside again. Again,
Boy.
good. Such quickness on Jenison's defense. They react so quickly. Number 42 that time. Number 81.
And number 9, Rick Boheis.
David Falk. Ryan Bursley. Boheis.
Yep.
They
There.
react very quick.
And that's the quarter, end of the third quarter, as Jenison leads here at Grandville 31-0. Speaking of kickoff people and punt returners, in going back to the years when you were coaching, we've had a couple that would stand right in there.
Oh,
and,
yeah. I'd say it takes a special kind of kid, but you always seem to be able to find one that's
Corey Walenzik was one of them.
Oh, very willing to do it.
Yeah.
Troy Myers back
Troy
in the
Myers.
old days used to be able to run those back. Rob Pawson used to like
Yep.
to do things like that.
Yep.
Todd Wood used to like to do that. You always find people that just like that. David Zeldivar, I remember, used to move on too, that could run them back. And, you know, you just catch the ball and turn up the jets and go for it.
You know, David Zeldivar. David, I think, is married somewhere in the area here, I think.
Yeah, I see him still once in a while.
Yep.
His parents used to live down the road on Astronaut Street from me.
I think they're still there, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're attempting to sell their house, but it hasn't sold yet, so you see them stopping back there now and again.
Matter of fact, they're up watching, I think, their grandson play, I think. Saw the Zeldivars not too long ago.
Yeah, he'd be in high school.
Yeah,
we should
cup
see
football.
some
Substitutions,
yeah,
right?
I think you'd be filtering something, although the defense looks pretty much the same. I still see Pierce in there. I see Bursley in there.
Got 61 and 51 down inside now. Matt Strzelecki and Richard Zabitz III.
Quarterback bootleg.
Pierce, runs by Pierce, but 45.
Is that number 42 that time? 42 that time. That would be Zabitz, I think. Yeah. I know David Falk. David Falk making a good hit. Again, slowly but surely they're bringing some people in, getting some other people in and involved. I think Grandville, too, has made some substitutions. Last game of the year, you got to get everybody a little bit of playing time.
When at films last week on Tuesday, as we were watching films, Coach was saying a lot of the comments was as Mona Shorts kind of closed in on the score, that some of the people would say, well, you brought him in a little bit early, didn't you there, Coach? And the other half would say,
Didn't bring him in soon enough,
bring
right?
him in soon enough, you know? So
There's a long pass.
Clay Bundy.
Is right there, right.
Clay Bundy had his hands on it.
Again, the quarterback airing the ball out. Grandville's quarterback's got to be given credit. Kyle Fincher. He's been back there taking the beating quite a bit of the time, and he's still hanging in there. He's punting the ball, throwing the ball, playing some defense.
Brandon Buford again, both with the intended receiver.
Now, as Coach Ziegler said about Grandville, they don't give up. They hang right in there, and they'll battle with you all the time, no matter what the score is, no matter what the record is. They're battlers.
Kyle Finch again back to punt for Grandville.
See if he follows through a little bit more on this one. There
He
you
did.
go, yeah.
Yeah, nice
See, and that
punt.
was it. He was just trying to pooch those other ones.
Clay Bundy says, I'll take it. Austin Amato lets it go, but
Austin
Clay
said, I've had
Bundy.
enough of this stuff.
Yeah.
Bundy likes to take anything and get his hands on
yeah.
it.
And his mom will be there to film it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
One of the most
always
faithful mothers we've ever met. Basketball and football. I don't know if they play any other sports, but
I'd like to sell blank tapes to her.
yes, yes.
They must have quite a film library over there.
Yeah.
Even in the junior high, and when they had the girls, the guys, cheerleaders, basketball, no matter what it was, they were there with a camera.
Bundy's. Well, we got a new quarterback. Lanstra at quarterback.
Lanstra got number 45 in the backfield.
26 again.
Number 26, Michael Ayers running the ball. Number 45, Mike DeHaan in the backfield. And you said we have a new quarterback?
Yeah, Lanstra.
Jeremy Lanstra.
Famous Jeremy Lanstra.
He is a sophomore.
And a darn good transfer from Grandville. We're happy to have him.
6 foot, 190 pounds.
Son of Bob Lanstra over there at Grand Oldsmobile. And there's the option to Aaron Dawkins, and I don't know who ends up with it.
Jenison recovered that one. That time the pitch relationship got a little bit tight. Aaron was cutting up just before Lanstra made the pitch. So the future is covered in quarterback then with the 10th grader coming up.
Well, Bob Lanstra is pretty excited about all this. He's going to make the playoffs the first year that Jeremy's here, and been a faithful supporter of the Jenison system. Comes to the films on Tuesday nights. And
the Grandville boys are kept in.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Got some new bodies. This could be another one right up there. Another pitch. You're gonna try it again.
Whoa.
That's all right. Sophomore jitters. Plus he's got a lot of friends over there trying to say hello, I'm sure.
Yeah.
On the other side, putting a little extra effort in when you see one of your ex-comrades out there running the show against you.
Well, that's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 5.
Okay, now's the time to get him some time, get him some play time. In case something happens to Hooper, I'm sure Amato would be in there though, wouldn't he, first?
Well, probably. I think
just has the
Austin
leadership.
Amato has in the past.
Nice punt. That ball's turning right over.
Brad
that could be a real problem right there. If they let that go, that'll be at a 5-0.
Down to the 5-yard line. Roger, that's about a 56-yard punt.
Into the wind too. You're talking nose wind too. He got it up. The ball turned over, spiraled through the wind.
What a kick!
You want to kick it, and then it hit kind of like your sand wedge shot there. Just kind of stopped and rolled nice and soft right towards the hole.
The old sand wedge. Haven't had that out since 2 weekends ago. Matter of fact, I haven't had it out at all. I broke it. Remember?
Yeah, that was the one you
throwing it back towards the cart there.
Relayed back at the cart. Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it that it broke, but it did.
That was your best shot of the day.
No, it wasn't. You know better than that. It's not true. Not true, folks. Once this year that I've had the opportunity to beat Roger by 1 stroke. The Heathlands.
Yes. We got about 3 or 4 yards on that carry there. I think we have some personnel changes. A few in Grandville side, but still the quarterback.
Kyle Finch.
Kyle Finch still in there, running the show. Some different people running in and out plays. You can kind of tell they got shinier pants on and not real dirty. Defensively, I think we've got a few new bodies in there. Not a lot, but a few.
Bohai still at linebacker.
Bohai's, and I see Pierce still in there. Bundy still playing the deep safety.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead for just a yard or two, maybe about 1.
Yeah, not much progress there, and that's going to bring up 3rd down, Roger.
Well, we can look now towards the playoffs coming up with the new expanded playoffs. There's going to be, I do believe, this Sunday?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, Fox Sports. They announce all the pairings and the matchups and who's going to play who and where it's going to happen.
Coach Anise will be right on the phone trying to exchange tape.
Ooh.
Kyle Finch is going to be sacked back on about the 3-yard line.
Just had a lot of bodies on him that time. Nothing that Kyle could do about that when he stepped up because of the pressure and stepped right into another tackle.
Looks like Scotty Pierce was there. Yeah. Alan, thanks for that.
Getting a little field sound here to make it sound just like football down there. get a chance to hear it on the side. Now the
yeah, Kyle Finch standing on the back part of his own end zone here.
Gonna have to rip one out of here, and with a wind he probably can. Whoa, that one came off the side of his foot. It'll be a very interesting mark. I don't know how and where they're going to mark this one. That one came dead off the foot, so.
Well, the 30.
They're going to walk it up further than that, I would think.
30.
25-yard line?
Boy.
Yeah, about the 25, I think, is where they're going to spot it. That thing took right off sideways off his foot.
Yeah.
I think that was one of those examples of trying to overkick a little bit. Tried to put too much into it and just kind of missed.
Well, Kyle Finch trying to get him out of a hole there, and
we've got number 24 in there now, Eric Miller. Number 80 on the outside, Greg Mewson, receiver. Counter play that time, following his back, or following the blocker, number 77, Lee Sneathen. And who was that running the ball? 20 what?
26 again, or was it
Michael Ayers?
Michael Ayers or Michael DeHaan? I don't know who they got there, but following Sneathen, and Sneathen is one of Mitch Harrima's favorite blockers. He likes to run right by or right up there, old Sneathen, and Mitchell's out right now, but they're still running off Sneathen. 26, the ball carrier.
Right up the middle. Just trying to get the first down. I think he'll end up about 1 yard short. Ken Jenison being a little conservative here, just trying to take a little time off the clock. Get themselves out of here healthy for next week. Number 67 for Grandville checks in. Says Bon Holiday. Might be Ron. Or Bon.
But Bon or Ron.
Bon or Ron.
Glad you're in there.
Can they have the spread offense in there? They're going right up. The quarterback, Lanstra's going to keep it himself and slips a little bit down there about the 2 or 3 yard line. He's got some real quick feet.
Yeah, he does. He wanted in. He tried to cut back to the outside, and his left foot slipped. And
I'm sure that one would be kind of special for him, too, again, coming from Grandville. This is will be first down and goal to goal from approximately the 2 yard line, maybe 3.
5:52 with Jenison leading 31-0 here at Grandville, October 22nd. A cold Friday evening as we close the OK Red season, heading into the playoffs. I'm Larry Treese along with Coach Roger Blanton, bringing you high school football action. Lanstra wrestled down.
I think Coach Anise wants to give him a shot at getting one here.
Really?
Yeah.
54 stopped that one, Roger.
Number 54 for Grandville.
Paul
Ripley.
Mr. Believe It or Not. You got it. Isn't that great? Yes, sir.
Guess they're picking up on us down here.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Then Coach Anise is calling Lance's name here a little bit, seeing if he can get it in. That should be a procedure penalty.
It is.
Yep, it looked like 11 men moving at the different count. Had some jumping on the right side, the left side, and up the middle. Does an illegal procedure sign.
So it'll come back out to around the 7 yard line as Jenison will have us. It'll be second down again.
With the clock running just under 5 minutes, it'll be second down and now about 7 or 8. See again what Coach Anise wants to call here. Bringing a man in motion for the pitch. Gives it to the fullback.
26.
Number 26.
Michael Ayers, I think, isn't it?
I'm looking at the wrong roster. Michael Ayers, you're right.
Yep.
11th grade, 5'10", 185.
Done a nice job tonight relieving our good friend Mitchell Harima.
Now they've got good support. Both the backups and the first liners have done a real good job tonight. Again, Jenison's can impress you with her quickness at both first team and second team. Very, very quick.
Oh, another fumble down near the end zone, and it looks like Jenison got this one. No,
yeah.
I don't know. Touchdown is the signal.
I think so, yeah.
They got the signal. Touchdown.
That wasn't too bad a pitch that time. He hit him right in the chest that time with a pitch. It looked like it just looked like the pitch man didn't catch the ball. Lancer, I think, waits a little longer to make that pitch than does the other guys. Takes it on the option outside, and it looks like it hits him right there in the chest. Yeah. And that just wasn't that bad. I think it was number 45 that just kind of kicked it in the end zone there, and don't really know who recovered it. Number 37 on here and down there. What's that? Number 80, Greg Musin recovers that for the touchdown.
The Musins are...
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, look at that wind.
Whoa, that looks like my drive in a golf course there. That
wind.
Dead wah.
Which day?
Right off to the right in the woods. I can do that.
Which day, Roger?
Of course, that was a hook off a left footer, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't hook him like that. Yeah, he turned that one right over into the wind there. That one had no chance, and if it's against Jenison, it will be a declined penalty and a no-go. And
that's the way it's looking. They're declining it, and with 3:58 left here in the fourth quarter, Jenison leading 37-0 as Jenison will kick off to Grandville. Well, there's some of the Grandville cheerleaders, Roger, and they're still here. You can tell they're a little cold.
Oh, yeah. In fact, some of them are ducking behind the little white pedestals there. You kind of see them tucked down there trying to get away from the wind. The wind's the biter tonight. It's pretty windy for this late at night. I think for a fun drive going up north of that gusty wind.
Yes, sure will.
Got a lot of white clean uniforms out there right now. Get their chance. Again, the facilities here at Grandville, very, very impressive facilities with their new high school, their new stadium here, overlooking the Rivertown, is it? Rivertown Mall?
Rivertown Mall. They're getting a shot right into the booth here. Way to go, guys.
Hey, there he runs up the middle and the breaks, and he goes down a ways. That's a good run back. Number 35 for Grandville.
Well, actually, it was the number 30. He got out to about the 35.
Okay, Sean Mayer. I was going to say there is no 35 on there. Sean Mayer ran that one real well. Lots of different colored jerseys out there for Jenison's defense now, or those clean jerseys. Different numbers, I should say, not different jerseys.
They love new numbers, don't they?
Got number 83 there. Adam Weinsman at linebacker.
And that quarterback now, Matt Skaczynski for Grandville. And
got a problem somewhere.
Probably a delay, probably. Dead ball foul procedure. Skaczynski taking over at the helm for the Bulldogs.
And I think you got to take your hat off to Kyle Finch. He played a good game back there.
Say one thing about the young man, he can take a hit. He got up, he played
hard.
Played some defense. He's the punter, he's the kicker, and Kyle Finch does a lot for the Grandville Bulldogs.
Nice run there. Got number 44 for Grandville.
Dan Van Heulen. Van Heulicum.
Van Heulen, yeah.
Van Heulicum, right?
11th grader, 5'11", 180. Nice run off tackle there.
Van Heulicum. Fullback position there, come running out of the eye. Straight ahead again.
Straight up the middle, tackled by number 32 and
51.
Number 51, Matt Strelecki, and number 32, Nathan Hofstra for Jenison.
I wonder if that's Hofstra's brother.
I gotta believe it's gotta be.
What was Hofstra's name again? Kurt Hofstra.
Kurt Hofstra, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 83,
yeah. Free safety.
We're getting there we go, got everything lined up properly. Again, right up the middle.
I think He's got enough for the first down.
Got the first down. Tackle that time by number 83 and number 24, I do believe.
83 being Adam Weinsma, the famous Weinsma
23,
family.
there is nobody, so I got the wrong number. 24, Eric Miller, there we go.
It's Miller time again, Roger.
Yes, sir.
Defensive ends kind of jockeying around here.
We got a 44
yes,
there.
Yep.
That's Eric Miller time. There we go. Again, good effort that time by the Grandville running back. Was stopped behind the line of scrimmage, broke a couple of tackles, and was able to move it up. And I think that's a number 1.
Strzelicki, that's the quarterback. He kept it and faked the handoff. And
Matt Skaczynski. Down to 40 seconds and winding down the 1999 regular season, the last of the millennium.
Got a timeout, Grandville.
Whoa.
Well,
must be.
Well, Coach Irv Siegler III wants to talk it over one more time here with 33 seconds left.
Could have been one body short out there, and maybe that was the reason for the timeout. They were lacking a body, and got everybody in there now, all 11 people ready to go.
We want to thank you for staying with us here on this Friday night. I'm Larry Treese along with Coach Roger Blanton, bringing you OK Red football, Jenison versus Grandville at Grandville. Thank you for a fine year, celebrating our 10th year on the air. WCET will be changing from channel 50 to channel 25. Alan Dodds also would like you to know you can have a copy of tonight's game. Is that the old drop-off station, Alan? The drop-off station at the library at Georgetown. And fill out the slip and then pick them up. There you go.
Go up the middle again. Number 44 running really hard. That Dan Van Hecklem.
It's a nice job, and that's
a TV in the library with
Yep.
a channel on it, able to pick up tapes right there and order tapes. And got Coach Sigler calling another timeout. I guess he doesn't want to take any of the locker room tonight. Use them all. Looks like the offense for Grandville's ready to go.
Yep. Number 31 looks a little confused, but he's coming back to get some instructions.
Got plenty of time, got a timeout, get it
Yep.
straight. Now he's probably coming off because he wasn't supposed to be out there. We're down to 20 seconds. Time for maybe one more play, unless it's an incomplete pass. There's a man in motion into the wing.
Straight ahead.
Called,
Skaczynski hands off.
they call another timeout.
Well, maybe Irv Siegler gets paid by the minute, Roger.
Yeah,
the longer he's out there, the more money he makes. I don't know. Irv,
calling
we had some more.
timeouts and calling dials on the play.
Really? We could sell some commercial spots here, Alan, but we don't have any, right?
Commercial spots here to go and to fill in.
Oh.
Okay,
Well,
he's planning a little strategy there on the side for the last 12 seconds.
Well, our good friends down on WFUR, Doug Wentworth, he runs a few commercials. And
trying to squeeze every last ounce out of the game here.
I know. I know. Love that.
Yes.
Love that.
Okay, we have an unbalanced line here. We have everything over, at least they're missing an end somewhere or something. We got just a guard and a tackle on this side.
Option.
Let's see.
That should do it. I think Irv's
I
out
know
of timeouts.
I don't know. If they've got one, they'll use it.
Well, that should do it.
That'll do it finally. There we go.
Well, the final score here on October 22nd, 1999, Jenison versus Grandville. The final score, Jenison 37, Grandville 0. I'm Larry Treese along with Coach Roger Blanton. We want to thank you being our guest here tonight on TV 50, soon to be TV 25. If you'd like to be a volunteer at TV 50 or 25, give Alan Dodds and Mr. Todd Bylas a call at 669-3332. Roger, your final thoughts.
Well, we have two teams here that kind of went in opposite directions this season. Grandville, again, according to Irv Sigler, had a team that was tough and never gave up, and we saw that tonight. They did hang in there, even down in a lot of scores. Jenison's quickness, Jenison has propelled them into the playoffs, so it's a new season for Jenison, and it's a regrouping time for Grandville.
Again, the final score, 37-0 here. We want to thank you for being with us, and we are out of here. Thank you.